Hello everybody, welcome to our next installment of Shadowrun Dragonfall. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? You guys having a good week? Or had a good week? I guess it's gonna be Saturday when I upload this. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it. If you remember correctly, last week we finished out the Humanist compound. And then we went down into the sewers and found some ghouls who were having a bad situation with the cyberware surgeon, who had been providing them with medical waste, being body parts, so that they could eat and survive, because they eat human flesh and meat and such. So we negotiated a deal where we had to spend a crap ton of money, which kind of sucked, and but it all worked out in the end. Everybody's happy. And we didn't lose the cyberware surgeon, or at the very least make it so that he wasn't as willing to give us good deals, which is really what I didn't want to happen, because I'm definitely going to be buying some cyberware here soon. So we're going to start moving our way out of the sewers. We had searched it already, so we'll just go ahead and get out of the sewers. There's no reason to be in here anymore. Yep, and go and climb up, confirm that. Yeah, so the fresh air of the cruise bazaar is a welcome relief after your time in the sewers. A cool breeze drifts across the street, carrying with it the smells of food being prepared, cheap alcohol being poured, and fires being lit against the cold. The stench of the sewers, however, still lingers in your nose, a bad olfactory aftertaste. At least the pumps are working again. Sewage overflowing into the streets would certainly smell far worse. That is true. That wouldn't smell very good. No, that would be pretty horrible for everybody involved, I'm relatively certain. So I'm glad that we avoided that situation. But yeah, so had a good stream today. Well, dang it, I was going to start talking to you guys, and then the thing's just like, continue! And I'm like, okay, we'll continue then. Just interrupt me, game. Psh. I swear. These games these days. Alrighty, so when the game loads up, we'll go ahead and talk to that dude who sent us down there in the first place. Let him know that the stuff still is starting to work, and his friend died. The maintenance worker. Drac, finally, I was worried that you wouldn't come back either. So tell me, what happened? Everything go okay? It's taken care of. You can leave after you give me my money. What about Victor? Your friend isn't coming. I'm sorry. Poor Vic. I don't know how I'm going to tell his folks. Really close-knit family they were. I found this on his body. Maybe you could give it to them. It's the maintenance manual. Hey, thanks, still. He turns the manual over in his hands, rubs his thumb over the careworn paper cover. They'll appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you. So we received 500 yen and got some more karma. What should we have now? 10! Yes! We're buying another charisma point. Also, our friends are ready to be upgraded. So we will do that. We're going to go ahead and buy another point of charisma, because I really like having all those additional options when we're in conversations. That's not charisma. There we go. Alright, what do we want to do? Security, gang, socialite, Shadowrun, Shadowrunner Street, or academic. Let's go and go with Shadowrunner. I can see that being pretty useful. And we are Shadowrunners, so it makes sense. And now we'll go ahead and... let's go ahead and put another point into ranged combat. That way we're ready to upgrade to this next rifle ability, which is Deadeye. Increases to hit by 20%. Pierces up to 2 armor. That's very useful, especially for the next time that we run into that stupid orc guy, who's got all the armor. Has a pretty long cooldown, but that'll be okay. Increases chance of critical hit, reduces accuracy, cooldown. 2 rounds. Cool. Alrighty. Confirm that. And let's go ahead and level up our buddies. See what abilities they've got now. Okay, so she gets some cool stuff. So Eager now carries a Cavalier frag grenade on each mission instead of a Fischetti frag grenade, which does plus 4 HP damage. Or a flashbang. It does 2 AP damage. It makes affected targets easier to hit. I think that's the one that we're going to go with. That's pretty useful. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and select that one. And then we're going to make sure that stays selected. Yep. Dietrich. Ooh, fire elemental or earth elemental. What do we want? fire elemental could be pretty useful. I would think the earth elemental would be more of a situation where it's stronger and will last longer. Fire elemental is probably going to do a lot more damage but go down quicker. You know what? I'm actually going to go with the earth elemental. We could use somebody that's a little bit more tanky in addition to myself. So we'll go ahead and go with that. And ooh, she can gain an upgraded med kit or an upgraded Bumona. Ooh. You know, I haven't had many people go down yet. So we're going to go ahead and bring the upgraded med kit. I'd rather keep people from going down than bringing them back with an upgraded kit when they do go down. Augment gear. Blitz's trusty submachine gun now pierces 1 point of ammo. Or Blitz's Babbitt 6 cyber eyes are upgraded to a deluxe metal. Accuracy increased by 3% for a total of 6%. That point of armor, man. He hits pretty often. That upgraded point of armor piercing could be seriously important later on as enemies start to wear more and more armor. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. Alrighty. So we've leveled everybody up. Well, you know what? We haven't been to the bar in a while. Ooh, dancer's bag. Oh, we can tip her. Let's toss 5 new yen. Why not? Yeah, it was kind of a waste of money, but I don't care. Oh, we can still talk to this dude. Does he have anything else to say? I think it's probably a good idea to go talk to the cyberware dude now. Thanks again for helping me out. Let's talk to this guy, Gunari. I don't need anything right now. Metbox's face hardens. Metbox's face hardens. After a brief pause, he gives you a curt nod. Very well, Gajo. But if you come around again, you come around with money. And you come to buy, understand? He makes a shooing motion with his hand, waving you away. Move along now, Devleza. Languages, guys. I'm not good with any but English. That's that dude that always wants to get us to do drugs. Show me what you got. Still just some bugs. Or bugs, no. Some stuff like that. Let's go and check this out. Let's see. Let's go to our inventory. Alright, so we've got this. I wish I could see what my stash had and what my friends had equipped. Let's go see what he's got cyberware-wise now. Let's check him out. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? I don't have any money right now, actually. I should go. He didn't have anything to say about the whole thing, so we're not going to worry about that just now. I was hoping he had something to tell us. We're going to go ahead and... Did we take back the pay data? I don't remember, so we're going to go make sure that I did that real fast. Pretty sure I did, but since I played it twice, I'm getting it kind of mixed up in my head, so let me make sure. Yep, okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I don't want to lose that money, if we can avoid it. Alright. Let's go back to the safe house. And see what we've got there. Alright. Let's talk to Blitz, see what he has to say. Blitz's eyes widen when he sees the drone that you're carrying. He looks anxious. Oh, hey, Chief. How's it going? I found this drone in that hotel vault. Does it belong to you? Yeah, Chief, that's mine. I didn't want to say anything at the time, since it was my idea to have you loot the vault in the first place. Would have saved me some running around if you would have come clean. Or what was it doing there? Let's say what was it doing there. It's my personal drone. Good to have something to hide behind when you're in a solo decking run, you know? Or decking run, you know? Lester took it from me when she seized control of the Schwarz Herzen. I had been hoping to get it back ever since. I've got to say, Chief, it hurt me to see her all banged up to heck like she was. Looked like Lester had a few of her goons take turns on my baby with a baseball bat. But it looks like you've got her up and running again. How'd you manage that? Malit fixed your drone. She says that it won't listen to anyone but you, though. I'm actually gonna lie. No, we're gonna do that. Score. So, can I have it back? Sure, it's no use to me anyway. Maybe he'll have it on the next mission. That would be fantastic. I've been wanting to have a drone to go around on missions with us, because they are very useful for scouting. Let's go talk to Dietrich. I'm sure he's got something fun to tell us about. He'll tell us about that new ability, like I said last episode. You really came through for me, boss. You ever need anything from me, anything at all, then you call on me. I'll come running. Sorry, I got a text message. Let's ask him how Alexander's holding it up. He's a good kid, that nephew of mine. Give him some time, and he'll shake Stahl's programming. It might take a while, but he'll adjust to life here in the Cruise Bazaar. Sorry, I needed a drink. In the meantime, I found a good home for him. Samuel's agreed to take him in. Is that wise? Samuel's employees have no love for Humanus. Most of them don't even like humans. Best thing for the kid will be to learn through immersion. If he stays with Samuel's group, he'll have no choice but to interact with metahumans. Soon enough, he'll learn that they're no different than anyone else. First few days will be rough, no question, but he'll make it through, and come out the other side a better man for it. He seems like a tough kid. I know, thought that you're right. Dietrich claps you on the shoulder. You're a good man, boss. On to other things. Remember what I was telling you back before we climbed into the van? Yeah, you were saying that the Dragon Slayer was happy and that you'd be given a reward. That's right. Thanks to our, let's not mince words, heroic actions back in that swine pit, the Dragon Slayer has seen fit to grant me his favor. His grin widens. And now I know what that means and what I can do with it. Well, don't keep me in suspense. He gestures at the ground near his feet. This. Yeah, there's that thing that we used. As you watch, the spot that Dietrich is pointing at begins to glow. Lines of force spread out in a scintillating web. A feeling of raw power suffuses your body. I've just torn open a channel between myself and the Dragon Slayer. That power that you feel is his power, pouring through the aether and into that spot. If you're familiar with ley lines, it's the same basic concept. I consecrate a patch of ground, and as long as I stand in that spot, all of my magic gets stronger. Useful. He crosses his arm over his chest. Not bad, huh? What about another mage or shaman? Could someone else benefit from one of these channels too? He shrugs. Don't see why not. Like I said, it's basically a ley line. As long as you're on the Dragon Slayer's good side, I don't see why you couldn't use it. My idol, he isn't stingy with his gifts. Anyway, boss, I want to keep fiddling with this, learning to properly control it, and I'm sure that you've got things to do as well. You take care of whatever else that needs doing, and by our next run, I'll be ready to use this. You already were. Sounds good. Take care, Dietrich. You too, boss. Wait to talk to Amsel. Let's go talk to Eager and Glory. See what they're up to. As you approach, Eager turns to face you. Her rifle has been field stripped and is lying in pieces on a sheet of butcher paper. Arranged in a neat row along the edge of the paper are bottles of copper solvent, bore cleaner, and lighter fluid. So she's cleaning her gun. Our fearless leader returns. What do you need? Any thoughts about that last run? Nothing we haven't already talked about. Are we good now, Eager? Depends on what you mean when you say good. I won't question your competence again. Not in front of the others, at least. But I'm not gonna lie. I still have concerns about you, Holo. As long as those concerns remain between you and me, we'll be fine. She nods. No need to worry, Holo. My job is to support you and the rest of this team, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. As long as you hold up your end, everything should work out just fine. So, was there something else you wanted to talk about, or can I get back to cleaning my rifle? You said that you had concerns about me. I'd like you to voice them. She shrugs. Alright, if that's what you want. You're green, Holo. Too green to lead this team. That's my professional assessment, and yeah, I'm concerned about the situation. You can alleviate those concerns by doing your job and doing it well. The only thing that'll fix this is time. I'm not going to let history repeat itself, Holo. That won't happen on my watch. Eager, I thought we were past this. You said that you don't blame me for Monica's death. I don't. That's not the history I was talking about. Let's just say I've had bad luck with unexperienced teammates, and leave it at that. So, was there something else that you wanted to talk about, or can I get back to cleaning my rifle? I'd like to hear about your time in the KSK. She shakes her head. No, I'm not in the habit of sharing war stories, Holo. Not with people who've never served. It doesn't have to be a war story. I just want a better idea of who I'm running with. She looks you in the eye for a moment, evaluating. Finally, she shrugs. All right, Holo. You win. I owe everything to my time in the KSK, from my street name on down. So, you tell me what you want to know, and we'll see where this goes. Tell me about your street name. Back when I was in basic training, a fellow recruit made a vulgar joke at my experience. He said that I reminded him of the north face of the Eager in the Bernese Alps, huge and beautiful, but dangerous to climb. His tone left little doubt as to what sort of climbing he had in mind. I think that he was trying to proposition me in his clumsy way, poking me in front of the other recruits to try to provoke a reaction. She shrugs. Anyway, he got one. I broke 3 of his ribs, and the name stuck. Served him right. Remind me not to proposition you. Remind me not to proposition you. A frown crosses her face. Either you're trying to be cute, or you've completely missed the point. Neither would surprise me. I didn't break his ribs because he propositioned me, Holo. I'm not a savage. I put that recruit down because he demeaned me, and he did it in front of our peers. I went with wrong option on that one, as I usually do with Eager. She does not like me very much. And that's probably never gonna change. I get where she's coming from, though. I was joking. I joke. But whatever. Alright. Let's see. Calm down, Eager. I was just joking. Funny, that's exactly what that recruit said as he was being dragged off to the medic's tent. It was just a joke. I didn't mean anything by it. I was never reprimanded by the top brass, though. They knew what I knew. Whatever that recruit's intent, he put me in a situation that required a response. Okay, I stand corrected. You might mean that, or you could just be trying to de-escalate the situation. You tell me, fearless leader. You want to hear why I did what I did, or would you rather I just drop it? Because there are plenty of other things that I could be doing right now. Go ahead, tell me. Alright, I will. As soon as that idiot made this his little joke, it was a foregone conclusion that I was getting saddled with the nickname Eager. My only choice in the matter was whether it happened under his terms or under mine. If I hadn't broken that twit's ribs, the name Eager would have meant a difficult sexual conquest to a whole barracks full of recruits. That's what I would have been to them. From that point on, my own accomplishments would be ruined. Thanks to what I did, my new name meant the troll who doesn't take crap from anyone. Instead, it's a name I'm proud to go by, and I've hung on to it ever since. Eager pauses for a moment, then looks you in the eye. A word of advice to you, Holo. If anyone ever puts you in the position that he put me in, if he demeans you in front of your unit, whatever his intent, the appropriate response is to put that person down. Hard. Out in the field, nothing will kill you faster than losing the respect of your team. By that logic, I should have broken your ribs after Monica died. Or that's good advice anywhere out here in the field. I kind of agree with it. I shouldn't have broken her ribs. She was grieving. There's a bit of a difference, and also we were all part of the same team. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, she did the same thing. Yeah, by that logic, I should have broken your ribs. In your place, I would have. She looks you up and down, appraising you. Not that you'd have succeeded if you tried, but in terms of saving face, it would have done wonders. In all seriousness, Holo, I'm sorry that I put you in that position. I shouldn't have, and I acknowledge that. She straightens. Need anything else, or can I get back to prepping for our next run? Tell me about your team. She nods. Fair enough. I guess that you've earned it. There were 8 of us, 2 commando squads working together as a single unit. Schmidt and Lange were combat deckers. Wolf was our rigger and combat engineer. Fisher handled demolitions, Braun was a medic, and the rest of us, Metzger, Kruger, and myself, were weapons experts. Our mission was extraterritorial, technically illegal, but important enough to justify the risk. Or technically illegal, but important enough to justify the risk. We'd been sent... by the way, Oh wait, no, that does matter in this case, because extraterritorial, they're just talking about a different country. Sometimes extraterritoriality is what a corporation gets when they become a AAA corporation, which basically makes them their own country, and they create all of the laws while you're inside of their corporation's borders, which is all of their facilities. Anyway, we've been sent across the border into Poland. The Russian mafia had set up a cottage industry and human trafficking all along the Oder-Neisse line, and it was our job to disrupt it. Dang, I wish I'd taken security. Oh well, go on. We were a good team, experienced, we went through a lot together, and we chalked up a lot of kills. In our own way, I'd like to think that we did some good. Who was in command? Metzger, best leader I've ever had the pleasure of serving under. Her face clouds. He was a heck of a man. But he went down with the rest of the team. Everyone but me. What happened to the team? She shakes her head. No, that's one story I won't be telling. They died, that's all you need to know. Thanks, Eager. So, was there something else that you wanted to talk about, or can I get back to cleaning my rifle? No more questions. Thank you, Eager. She turns back to the disassembled components of her rifle. Sure thing, fearless leader. Good talk. Pretty sure she was being a bit sarcastic there. Let's talk to Glory, and then we'll check out the mission computer before talking to Amsel. Hey, Glory, how are you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'm solid. You sure? You look like you're a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now, it doesn't. I have a question for you, Glory, of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport. Personal reasons, you understand, I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she's not interested in continuing this conversation. Now we'll go ahead and we'll get to her later. We broke through Eager's barrier, even though I made her a little bit angrier again. We broke through Eager's barrier. We'll break through Glory's later, I think. Of course, we all have our secrets, but if you ever want to talk, I'm here. All right, let's go check out the mission computer. Bloop. Let's check our inbox. Oh, we have 3 new messages. Job hijacked shipments. Metbak Gunari. If you value new hardware coming into the cruise bazaar, we need to talk. One of my weapons shipments was hijacked by a local gang. I can promise 500 new yen, and if you can recover the shipment, I'll have some new gear on the shelf. Come see me for the details. Commissioning your services. Withheld. We would like to arrange a meeting between you and one of our representatives. You'll find him at the cafe nearby. His name is Luca Duer. He will be expecting you. Come alone. And we need to talk. Excabel. Come see me at your earliest convenience. There is a matter that we need to discuss. That's interesting. So I checked these messages when I did that one Let's Play that didn't record, and I didn't have that message, so that must have been from completing the mission down in the sewers. So we'll see what happens. Let's open the jobs directly. Let's claim payment. For the Humanidata still, we got 3,750 new yen. Here's your payment as promised. We get the payment details. So payment was 22,500. We deducted 6,000. Let's see. We got 11,250 into the Alice funds. That's good. And we got a good chunk of change. That's really good. We need that right now. The all pending and active jobs. We'll come back to these. We got a couple of jobs that we can do here in the city, and I would like to do those first. Let's access the Shadowlands BBS. Let's search the thing. Transys Highlander, best new deck. Just got one of these from a Transys Neuronet rep. The deck being the kind of keyboard thing that the deckers use to hack in to the Matrix. Neuronet rep wants me to sell them in my store, so I took the puppy for a test drive. Signal quality is insane. Makes for a huge difference in comfort / decking fatigue. I can stay jacked in for hours and feel fine. Last session I had to set a timer just so I wouldn't forget to eat. Got a drink here, hang on. The specs on that thing look impressive, but I'm an Allegiance man. Allegiance being another developer of deckers. It's kind of similar to today where we have like Intel and AMD or NVIDIA and ATI. People develop, connections to those, or even cars. It's very similar to that, actually, even more so. Does the comfort really make that much of a difference? My decks are generally beaters anyway. Allegiance? What are you doing with that thing? playing video games, any serious decking is going to require way more horsepower than that thing can push, than even overclocked. Overclocking being the, obviously most of you, I don't know, some of you might know this already, but overclocking is when you push a component of your computer, specifically, well, usually your CPU or your GPU, central processing unit, or graphics processing unit, your video card or processor, beyond its factory specifications. So he's saying basically that thing is weak. Only a crappy decker blames their gear. I do just fine. Thanks. How much is Transys paying you to post this shice on here? I can curse in other languages. Because I didn't realize that was a curse until I said it. But I'm pretty sure I mispronounced it, so it works out. Help, drowning in junk messages. Oi, chummers. I could use your help. Every time I jack into the Matrix these days, I'm flooded with junk mail. There's so much of it, I can't even see. Can anyone help me? In the Matrix, the junk mail will be visual representation, so they can't see anything. Great. Another newbie who thinks he's on a tech support board. Hey, stuff it. I wouldn't ask, but I'm desperate. I can't deck like this. Alright, Thunder. Calm down. It sounds like an ad bot is keyed into your deck. Been poking around anywhere sketchy lately? I don't need details. A simple yes or no will do. No, Bandit. I haven't been anywhere like that. I swear. Please help me. What you want to bet? He gave his personal info to some scam site. I'll give you 10 to 1 odds. No, I don't think so. All I've done was make an online dating profile. Let me guess. Meet and mate? How did you guess? That's not a real dating site, Thunder. It's a place where desperate people go to get infected with malware. Malware being malicious software like viruses. It's not quite a virus, they're kind of different, but malware is very similar. But what did I do? How do I make it stop? I don't know. Buy a new deck? Best of luck. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and post the pay data set for sale. Cool. Let's post the Humanist Safe House list. We'll see how much money we get for that after our next thing. Nothing else to search for on the BBS. Let's go back. Is there anything new in here? Yeah, I think so. Go back. Let's walk away. Is there anything in here today? Let's go meet with Dr. Ezkibel, since this is optional, and then we'll go meet with Gunari. But Dr. Ezkibel, we have some money now. We can actually get some cyberware and some new weapons, so I think we'll do both of those missions. Excuse me. Because I would really like to upgrade some of my gear. There's my dude. Come on, Holo. Let's get in there. Triage Cyber Clinic. It's thirsty today. Come on. Welcome back. What can I do for you, my friend? I got your message. What do you want to discuss? Business. I have a job for you. I'm always interested in hearing about new business opportunities. Good. So let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Back before I emigrated here from my native Spain, I worked in partnership with a Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotech that they were developing was very hush-hush, very cutting-edge. Our arrangement was that I would bankroll their research, and that they, in turn, would provide me with unique merchandise to sell at my clinics. Clinics? You had more than one? Certainly. I must confess that before I moved to Berlin, I was something of a celebrity doctor. I had a chain of triage clinics that stretched from Bilbao to Madrid. I was a very wealthy man. But then my name was slandered, and the fickle mistress that is public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my stomach turn. The injustice of it all is almost too much to bear. Just how was your name slandered? What did they accuse you of? He sighs. What didn't they? Theft, medical malpractice, the sale of stolen goods, other more colorful accusations that do not bear repeating. But that was then, and this is now. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that. Of course, I also moved here to be closer to the lab that I'd funded and the merchandise that I am owed. So let me guess, you want me to go fetch your merchandise? Yes, and to find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see. Nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight with my merchandise inside. The Turk, Altug, has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Altug being the guy that was watching Green Winters for us after Monica's death. He owns the cafe. Whatever went wrong in there, it must have killed the research team. I want you to find a way into the building, recover the cybertech that they were developing, and find out what happened to the researchers, in that order. So you want to find a way into the building, recover the cybertech, and find out what happened to the researchers. Okay. The building has been abandoned, I'm surprised. The last it's sitting on has been gobbled up by some corp or another. Merchandise has been sitting in this building for 2 years. Why didn't you approach Monica about this? Who says I didn't? I had a, let us say, tumultuous friendship with your dear departed Monica. We had our ups and downs, you see, and on this subject she was most certainly down. That was her choice. I am hoping that you will be savvy enough not to make the same mistake. If the building has been abandoned, I'm surprised that the lot it's sitting on hasn't been gobbled up by some corp or another. Don't be. Back when I was a wealthy mad, before my legal troubles, I paid the lease for a decade in advance. Before you say anything, yes, it was a huge expense. But what's locked away inside of that lab is worth 10 times what I've spent on it. I don't want anyone laying claim to it but me. Alright, let's talk compensation. What's in this for me? I can offer you 2,000 new yen, plus first crack at whatever biotech you recover from the site. I will, of course, have to charge you for anything that you want to have installed, but I can provide it to you at a discount. This is top-of-the-line ware that we're talking about, mind you. Better than anything else that I've got in stock. And because it's biotech, the essence loss from implanting it will be minimal. It's a good deal. Win-win for you, really. Yeah, cybertech uses a lot more essence because it's purely mechanical. Biotech tends to be grown versus built throughout most of it, but it provides you with the same bonuses. So like the cybernetic arms that increase your strength will be grown so that the musculature in it and the muscular fibers are so strong that they not only provide you with additional muscle, but also with like armor, basically, because the muscles are so tight that no bullet or sword can penetrate them. Or there's so much muscle there that it does penetrate, but only barely. So what's it going to be? Will you take the job or not? Alright, Doc. I'm in. Excellent. The facility that you're looking for is the former laboratory of Suturlin Bioscience. Take the U-Bahn to the Adenerplatz. I'm sure I said that wrong. Adenauerplatz, and you're sure to find it. Best of luck. We'll do that in a minute. Let's go talk to our good friend, whatchamacallit. He said it was a local gang, so it's possible that this could be a local mission. Let's go talk to him, the arms dealer. Could use some new weapons and stuff too, which is probably what this will unlock. Welcome back. You need some weapons? Some ammunition, perhaps? Got your message about the missing shipment. How can I help? He nods. Hey. A gang from a nearby Keys has been hijacking shipments bound for the Cruise Bazaar, taking money out of our pockets. I could use your help to stop this from happening. Your dear departed Monica used to provide encryption and information control for the Cruise Bazaar. Now that she's gone, we merchants have been having no end of trouble. The obvious answer is that a gang has been intercepting our communications. What kind of communications? Shipping manifests, payment orders, that kind of thing. A group with an agenda could use that information to set an ambush. And that's just what this gang has been doing. Several cargo trucks full of goods have already been hijacked en route to the Q's Bazaar. Apparently he developed an Irish accent somewhere along the way. I had a tracking device, and I'm not very good at it, placed on the last shipment that I sent out. Containers full of... I guess it's Scottish, actually. Containers full of weapons and medical supplies. Sure enough, it got taken, and I've tracked it to Brunnen. If you've never been there, it's a Keys built out of an old U-Bahn station and some old bunkers. Rumor has it a new gang called the Robingeister is holed up there. I suspect that the two things are related. So I need you to go to the Gesundbrunnen, find the Robingeister, oh my gosh, these names, and get your goods back. And get our goods back. I can offer you 500 new yen for the task, and if you can recover our missing weapons shipment, I'll be able to sell you some better hardware too. Can you tell me anything else about this gang, the Robingeister? He frowns. Not much, I'm afraid. From what I've heard, the Robingeister are tricky. They have a reputation for stirring up trouble, then disappearing without a trace. I would tread carefully in the Gusenbrunnen if I were you. How do I get to Gusenbrunnen. Just take the U-Bahn. The line still runs, though not many folks stop at Gusenbrunnen anymore. The market there used to be something of a tourist attraction, but I think they've fallen on hard times recently. I'll take care of it. Good. It's about time I had some new inventory come in. And one more thing, Holo. I'm gonna need you to go and light on this one. Take a friend along if you like, but no more than one. If you spook them, they could just trash the merchandise. Best go quiet. Best go soon, too, before the trail goes cold. That's gonna suck. Why is this guy still here? Thanks again for helping out. He's just hanging out, I guess. Alright, we have one last guy to talk to, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this episode. In the next episode, I believe we will go ahead and head down to that mission that's gonna be. Alright, we'll go do the cyberware first. Oh, that's our safe house. Gosh darn it. We'll go do the cyberware mission first, and then we'll move to the Grundenbrunnen, or whatever it was, and get the that stuff. Kami. Who is Kami? She tips an invisible hat. Hey there, remember me from the cafe? Name's Kami. Are you looking for something? Depends, is there anything I should be looking for? She titters. Volunteering information? That's bad for business. Unless Altug wants me to tell you something, but that's rare. I'm just his ears and hands outside of the cafe. He's got enough of a voice all by himself. So what's the story between you and Altug? She grins and winks lasciviously at you. Oh, surely you've guessed. We're gonna go with that one. She shuffles loudly. You wish. If you're really curious, though, I'll tell you all about it sometime. Right now, though, I have some errands to run. Come over sometime and we can chat over hookah or something, yeah? She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before turning her focus to a comm at her wrists. Interesting. It's kind of unexpected. This is the guy that we need to talk to. Luca. So you're Holo, eh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He looks you up and down, then nods. Good. You look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future, but first we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts, to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way to or expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. So have I piqued your interest? Will you accept our offer? Who do you work for? How did you know to find me? My organization knows everything about worth knowing in Germany, including the small pond that is Berlin. It is in our best interests, however, to remain unknown to the world at large. For the time being, that is all you need to know. What does this audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 Nuyen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run and post-run interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you will receive no pay and no further offers of work. Sold. Very good. Assuming that your performance in the audition passes muster, I can foresee a long and fruitful business relationship between us. Sure, I'm in. Good, he smiles. Very good. Now on to the task at hand. There is a man named Alishire. He is a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in his community. My organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the flux state and pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. Berlin is a free state. There are no corporation-controlled extraterritoriality in here, so it's unique. Other parts of the world, like Seattle, are very much corporation-controlled. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall to the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. You will meet with a team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance you will plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurter Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hang on a second, I already have a team. Yes, you do, yes, but they are unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Eager's or Glory's or Dietrich's. How do you know their names? The same way I knew yours. You will complete this trial with the team that I have assembled, or not at all. It's important for us to know that you're willing to work within these limitations. So, will you work within the boundaries that I have described, or will you turn down an opportunity that your fellow runners would kill for? I'll work with your team. Very good. The moment that you begin to board the train to Frankfurter Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you have completed the devices, or planted the devices, and verified that they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run if you like, and assuming that I am satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Holo. We will be watching. Ooh, we might actually do that one first. That one's pretty fun. But we're going to go ahead and end the episode here for right now. So thank you guys so much for tuning in again. You guys are all very fantastic, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do for this channel. We really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And as the channel continues to grow, just remember that we will always maintain a community focus. Hopefully it starts to grow faster, because it's exciting and it's fun, but we're enjoying it. I know Hino's really enjoying his Psychonauts runs. So thank you guys so much, though, for joining. If you like this episode, please subscribe down below, and make sure to like the video too. Again, good game and good night.